And so I remember you leaving the house. So then I remember us cooking together. Like we made hamburgers and pancakes and.
But there's a lot of cooking going on.
Yeah,
and
but
so,
I don't feel like I spend as much time with you until after the divorce. Then I felt like I spent more time
well,
with
you did because you came and lived there.
Right.
But didn't have with Eric and Claire. They came over, but it was always, it wasn't long enough to really, I mean, we were able to, for a couple of days to kind of get a different vibe going, a different way of doing things that we did. And for some of the holidays and some of the trips, ski trips and other things that were there that interrupted that. But you can't really, you were essentially trying to live two lives in the most difficult part of your life through your teenage years.
Or to have two different parents.
Two different styles of homes, right? Home parenting.
And it's not possible, really.
Well, it's a kind of a challenge.
Yeah. And then what was it like when I came to live with you?
It was fun.
Not exactly what you and Gloria bargained for.
It was a challenge. Was it? Well, but we just tucked it up. It was a good thing to do. It was a responsibility and a need, and it was important to us. Because
why?
Because we wanted you to do well, and not to land in no place, to do well, and so that means stepping up to, whatever the need was.
Yeah, I needed to get. I wasn't doing so well with Mom.
Definitely not.
With her.
No, there was about to be a war. It was a war.
It was a war. Yeah, and if it wasn't for you guys, I don't know where I would have gone.
Yeah,
I guess I would have just gone back and gone into war or something.
It might have been a war, but so be it. It's just one of the steps that bumps it along.
Yeah. So I came here, and then I went back to Mom's, and then I came back for those last couple of years. So,
right.
And what do you think of the way I turned out?
I just like Mom. I say, hey, that's what I got for all that work. Is this all I got? I think you guys all did well and are doing well. And my idea is that I'd like to see you all do well on your own terms and surprise me. And while I'm not surprised that you're working hard and doing well, I will be surprised at what your choices are. And there's a bunch more left. Obviously, I can look at the choices I made since I was your age. And there's rafts of them. I've quit more jobs and started more wacky things and think differently and learned a lot more. And so looking at the amount of years you have as you get old, if you don't stop living and you don't stop learning, it's like, I tell my buddies, I've got a lot of buddies now that are younger than me, that are 60 in their 60s. Okay? I call them young boys. But we have a lot of chats about what they're going to do when they retire, because that's about retirement age. We talk about what they're doing with what they're planning to do, because their kids are out of the house, now their wives are retiring, and now what are you going to do? There's a lot of challenges for people at that age, and I still laugh at them because they do use me as a role model still, even at that age, and I'm laughing at them saying, look, I'm not slowing down. You're not going to catch me. Okay. And I'm still working as hard as I was way back when. And so I'm 10 years ahead of you, and you'll never make that up.
That's what you tell them?
That's what I tell them. I do that because they need to know that this is not the time to let up the gas, to think that they're over with, that they can't take a wrong turn, they can't do something different. They'll have to. Because when your kids are out of the house and you're left with you and your wife staring at each other, you soon find lots of things to fight about and to disagree about. And you don't really have any... and you really can neglect this whole idea of continued momentum in your life. So I told the dentist gal the other day that I wasn't going to fix this tooth because I wasn't feeling very good and I might die, and I don't want to die with a brand new tooth. I told her I was going to charge my funeral on a credit card. Okay, so I'm not inclined to have a big wad of cash sitting around because there's a lot to do. And so this is just kind of the vibe that I try to give to people that I run into every day, that this is not the time to be an old man or an old person. You have however many years you got, and you have no idea, and you need to just keep on keeping on to whatever you can manage.
And you want my decisions to surprise you?
No, I don't think you can not surprise me. I don't think it's possible that you will not surprise me.
Why?
We'll see.
You know, when I go
Do
into
I think you're
these-
going to die in London? No.